Dear guests, colleagues and partners, on behalf of UNESCO, I extend a warm welcome to all participants, both online and offline, joining the special Partnerships Hub session, Associations and Clubs for UNESCO as a driving force for a sustainable future. First of all, congratulations to all of you on the foundation day of our organization. Happy birthday to our beloved UNESCO. Dans le cadre de cette session, nous aimerons lancer une publication préparée à l'initiative du Kazakhstan en collaboration avec le secrétariat de l'UNESCO et plus de 30 États membres de notre organisation. Au fil des pages de cette publication, vous trouverez des histoires, des idées et des initiatives qui illustrent le rôle important que jouent les associations et clubs dans l'accomplissement de la mission de l'UNESCO. Aujourd'hui, nous ne commémorons pas seulement le 75e anniversaire du mouvement de club, mais nous affirmons également notre engagement à façonner un monde meilleur et plus durable. Now, let me announce the official greeting remarks on behalf of the Assistant Director General for Priority Africa External Relations of UNESCO, Mr. Anthony Ohemeng Boama. The Assistant Director General was unfortunately unable to attend due to a scheduling conflict and asked me to read his welcome speech on his behalf. Please note that French translations of all opening speeches have been distributed to your sittings. Veuillez noter que les traductions françaises de tous les discours d'ouverture ont été distribuées sur vos sièges. Your Excellency Ambassador, Permanent Delegate of the Republic of Kazakhstan to UNESCO, Mr. Askar Abdrahmanov, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you here at the UNESCO Headquarters on the sideline of the 42nd General Conference of UNESCO on the occasion of the launch of the publication United by UNESCO, Associations and Clubs for UNESCO as a Driving Force for a Sustainable Future. This book is evidence of comprehensive and diverse set of collaborative relations between UNESCO and its partners, associations and clubs for UNESCO. We are grateful to the Republic of Kazakhstan, a highly active member of the World Clubs movement, for taking an initiative along with our partners from different parts of the world to launch this historical publication. The first book of its kind, this publication demonstrates a unique contribution of associations and clubs for UNESCO to the lives of people around the world and uncovers the global impact of the clubs movement in support of UNESCO's mission over its 75 years history. UNESCO values the efforts of associations and clubs members in building important links with civil societies and contributing to raising awareness and support of UNESCO and to implementing diversified projects at local and national levels in the fields of UNESCO's mandate. There is every reason to believe that this historic and reliable partnership will continue to advance and empower the clubs movement. This event, happily coinciding with the 78th birthday of our organization, is also a great opportunity to express our gratitude to all our partners, friends of UNESCO, for their involvement in the clubs movement and for its contribution to the implementation of UNESCO's programs and activities in coordination with the national commissions for UNESCO. As you all well know, UNESCO fosters youth-related policy solutions, youth-led action and capacity building, responding to the emerging needs of youth, a priority group of our organization. This was reaffirmed during the 13th edition of the UNESCO Youth Forum organized by our social and human science sector. Associations and clubs for UNESCO, composed primarily of young people, are a driving force for promoting UNESCO's mission to build peace and advance sustainable development. Our organization relies on a productive collaborative partnership with youth and will definitely remain committed to the cooperation with associations and clubs for UNESCO. We hope that the launch of the publication will spark renewed mobilization of the club's movement, involving more young people and children in its activities and defining new ways to spread and promote the organization mission around the world. Let me end by wishing you a successful event and all the best for your future endeavors in mobilizing and reinforcing the club's movement. Maintenant, j'ai le plaisir de vous présenter un message vidéo spécial de bienvenue de M. Bulat Akcholakov, président de la Fédération mondiale des associations et clubs pour l'UNESCO.
Esteemed Assistant Director General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear youth participants, I would like to extend my warm welcome to the launch of the publication United by UNESCO, Associations and Clubs for UNESCO as a Driving Force for a Sustainable Future, at the Partnership Hub of the General Conference of UNESCO. It's especially pleasant that we have gathered for this event on the day of the foundation of UNESCO at the headquarters in Paris. This publication is not only the result of many months of work, but also holds great significance in creating institutional memory and serving as a reminder of the value of the club movement. More than 30 countries participated in the creation of this book, demonstrating the large-scale global participation in this initiative. As the president of the World Federation of Associations and Clubs for UNESCO, recently elected in Seoul at the 10th World Congress, I want to emphasize that our clubs have always been and remain a reliable partner of UNESCO in promoting its key ideals and principles. This publication is a profound recognition of the unique contribution of our movement to the lives of the people around the world. Its pages uncover amazing stories of creative talent, resilience, testimonies, and inspiring examples that speaks to the essence and strength of the associations and clubs for UNESCO. Taking this opportunity, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Kazakhstan side for this initiative, to the entire team that worked hard to create this book, the National Commission of the Republic of Kazakhstan for UNESCO, Kazakhstan Permanent Delegation to UNESCO, as well as the UNESCO Secretariat for their invaluable support. Thanks to well-coordinated teamwork, we have achieved such an impressive result. I am confident that this publication will inspire and contribute the development of youth and their active role in creating a more sustainable world. Once again, I express my gratitude to everyone who provided invaluable support in the organization of this event, contributing to global well-being through achieving a more sustainable future.
Chers invités, chers collègues, chers partenaires, comme je l'ai déjà dit l'année dernière dans le cadre de la célébration des 30 ans de coopération fructueuse avec l'UNESCO, la République du Kazakhstan a pris l'importante initiative de préparer cette publication historique consacrée au mouvement des associations et clubs pour l'UNESCO. Et j'ai l'immense honneur d'accueillir sur scène Son Excellence l'ambassadeur Askar Abdrakhmanov, représentant permanent de la République du Kazakhstan auprès de l'UNESCO.
Merci Missou Teganova. Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour chers amis. Good afternoon, dear friends. We at UNESCO, as representatives of governments, like saying that UNESCO is member states. In the Secretariat, of course, they perceive that UNESCO is a UNESCO Secretariat, the headquarters and the field missions, but I think UNESCO is also everyone involved into promoting its goals, including many public associations which work together with the governments, with Secretariat, with field missions on fulfilling our common goals. So happy birthday, UNESCO. Dear friends, it is a pleasure for me to be with you today in the Partnership Hub on the occasion of the launch of the publication United by UNESCO, Association and Clubs for UNESCO as a Driving Force for a Sustainable Future. Kazakhstan has been a proud member of UNESCO since 1992, and over the more than 3 decades, we have built a useful platform for cultural exchange, strengthening education, and supporting sustainable development in our country. Within our partnership, various projects across different sectors of the organization's activities have been implemented and continue to grow. The event that we are attending serves to highlight our joint efforts to promote the values of UNESCO, especially among children and young people, and this event contributes to the Sustainable Development Agenda through the great cooperation within and with the civil society sector. Today, we evidence that the clubs movement, which was initiated in 1947, is moved by thousands of active people in support of UNESCO's missions around the world. And I was happy to meet a few delegates of the World Federation, very active people promoting this movement in various regions of the world. As an integral part of the world movement of Clubs for UNESCO, the Kazakhstan National Federation has made a significant contribution to the promotion of key ideals and principles of the organization. The recent election of Mr. Bulat Abdullahov, whom we had a pleasure to hear, head of the Kazakhstan National Federation of Clubs for UNESCO, and now the president of the World Federation of Clubs and Associations for UNESCO, is a vivid testament to the high level of my compatriots' commitment to the international community. This year, our national federation, in cooperation with the National Commission for UNESCO and ISESCO, and with valuable support of the UNESCO Secretariat, the team that worked hard for this publication decided to summarize the experience and history of the global movement of Clubs for UNESCO, which results, among others, in this event. Taking this opportunity, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who backed this project, who made it possible, and continue to contributing to the building of a more sustainable future. I believe this publication, which is quite concise but very handy and very colorful, and the content of which is really worth exploring, that this publication will serve as a source of inspiration for many young people who will read it, and the ones who are still young in their minds and souls, like ourselves, some of us, in fostering their collaboration, joint projects, and our common efforts to support UNESCO's values throughout the world. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Abdrahmanov. We talked a lot about the publication. I hope you all have one copy on your seats in English and French. So, dear colleagues, before we start the most exciting part of our event, the youth panel with the Clubs for UNESCO activists from different regions of our diverse world here present, I'm pleased to welcome to this stage our moderator and lead author of this publication, Dr. Kristina Stansa-Mustea. Let me say a few words about Dr. Stansa-Mustea. She's a graduate of Heidelberg University in Germany, where she earned a PhD in transatlantic cultural history. She is currently finalizing an MBA in sustainability with a focus on technology and artificial intelligence. She has authored multiple research articles and books, several in collaboration with UNESCO, centered on institutional history and UNESCO's programs. The publication launched today is the latest contribution to illuminating UNESCO's impressive global outreach and impact through the unique network of associations and clubs for UNESCO. Please welcome with applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be here today. Thank you so much first for the warm welcome. And it's also impressive to be here and launch this publication on UNESCO's birthday, as we heard before. And to think that 75 years ago, the first clubs and association for UNESCO have been founded in Japan. And since then, the movement has a life on its own. There are almost 5,000 associations and clubs throughout the world in more than 88 countries. And I would like to thank everybody present, because after studying so much about the history of this impressive movement, I'm in awe of all of you who participate so willingly and give your time and effort and expertise to connect people and civil society to UNESCO's values and mission. So yeah, well done. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to participate in such an impressive publication. And I would like to stress the fact that today we have a special focus, because while membership is diverse, we realize that the most active partners are actually young people. And they represent today more than 15% of the world. And this is the generation which is the best educated and most interconnected. So we have to say thank you for you, also young people, giving the time to press for UNESCO's values and ideals in this, especially at this time. I would like to introduce our guest without further ado. And I would like also to mention we have two representatives who could not be here, and I will mention their name because even if they cannot be here in person, they are part of the movement. So, without further ado, from Europe region, please welcome Ms. Prisca Mulongo, a participant at the 30th UNESCO Youth Forum from France. She is a bachelor student in political science and international relations at École des Hautes Études Politiques. And Ms. Mulongo is an active member of the French Federation of Club for UNESCO and a supporter of socio-economic projects in African countries and French suburbs. Please, Ms. Mulongo, if you could take a seat. From the Asia-Pacific region, please welcome Ms. Aysana Miram from Kazakhstan. She's a graduate of Suleiman Demirel University of Faculty of International Relations, and she is an active participant in the clubs for UNESCO movement in Kazakhstan and began her career in the Kazakhstan National Federation of Club for UNESCO. Please, Ms. Miram. Another wonderful representative from the Dominican Republic, Ms. Riclari Marinas Lebron. She is a social activist and a prominent member of the Youth Club for UNESCO in Dominican Republic. She holds a degree in electrical installation and maintenance for Instituto Politécnico Loyola and is currently pursuing a master's degree in international cooperation and management of public policies and development in Madrid, Spain. Ms. Lebron. Now, last but not least, Mr. Sharifou Tairo Fousseini from Togo, also participant at the 30th UNESCO Youth Forum from the African region. He is a master's student in human geography. He is the Secretary General of the Club for UNESCO of CAR University students, and also an actor who is using the stage to promote UNESCO's mission around the world. He is very committed to environmental protection and sustainability. Mr. Fousseini, please take the stage. I would like to mention the two guests who could not be here due to scheduling conflicts. We are very sorry to not have met them in person. Mr. Wilfried Ephraim from Cameroon and Ms. Ala Jamal from Lebanon. So we are thinking of you. And I will start the panel, and thank you again for your attention. And we will continue now with a short but lively discussion. We will have translation in French, so bear with us. We will have sequence translation. Some of our guests will speak in French, so we'll have sequence translation in English. And thank you for our translator, doing a great job in that. Thank you so much for being here. I will start with a very short and probably simple question. What does the club movement mean for you? What does it mean? Why did you join? Why were you, willing to take part in it? And I will start with Ms. Lebron. Please.
Je vais commencer par une première question. La première question étant, qu'est-ce que ce mouvement des clubs a comme signification pour vous? Pourquoi est-ce que vous avez décidé de participer à ces clubs?
Well, Good afternoon. Thank you for having me here in this amazing panel. I'm joining the National Club for UNESCO in the Dominican Republic in 2020 in the middle of the pandemic, so you know how it was. We started the activities. We'll start the activities online because we have to take care of others and we have to take care of ourselves. And I remember the first activity that we had was a workshop with the national with the official of UNESCO in the country, and we were working the tools for participate in many activities and how to help others and how to improve our words and in our volunteering. And yes, and one of the last before I came here to Europe, it was the same, but in this time I was teaching others. So I can see with this that sometimes you're learning something and then you're teaching others. So, yes.
Bonjour, merci beaucoup de m'avoir invité pour participer à ce panel. Moi, j'ai rejoint le club en République dominicaine en 2020, donc c'était pendant la pandémie. C'était une situation bien sûr difficile, on s'en souvient tous, et nos premières activités, elles étaient uniquement en ligne parce qu'il fallait qu'on prenne soin des autres et de nous-mêmes. Et l'une de ces premières activités, c'était un atelier avec des membres de l'UNESCO de République dominicaine qui nous ont donné des outils pour apprendre à mieux travailler, à améliorer finalement nos activités de volontariat. Et je me souviens aussi d'une des dernières activités que j'ai menées avant d'arriver en Europe, et cette fois-ci c'était aussi un atelier, mais c'était moi qui enseignais. Donc c'est ce qui peut se passer à travers ce mouvement. On peut d'abord apprendre quelque chose, puis l'enseigner aux autres.
Thank you so much. The same question also, what do you think was your unique contribution did anything change? Do you think you learned something new? Did you think?
Donc même question, et est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose d'unique dans votre contribution? Est-ce que vous avez appris quelque chose en particulier dans votre participation au club?
D'accord. Bonjour chers tous, je suis très content de me trouver aujourd'hui devant vous. Je suis Sharif du Togo. Ce que moi je pourrais dire, c'est que étant membre du club pour l'UNESCO, des étudiants de l'Université de Cara précisément, j'ai appris d'abord l'intégration. L'intégration tout d'abord, comment s'associer avec les autres membres. Et il y a quelques activités que nous avons eu à participer. De ces activités, il y a les campagnes de sensibilisation sur les maladies sexuellement transmissibles, sur le civisme, la citoyenneté, sur la consommation des drogues, etc. Et il y a un aspect que je voulais ajouter. Le club UNESCO de l'Université de Cara fait partie du réseau des clubs UNESCO de l'Afrique de l'Ouest. Et chaque 2 ans, nous organisons et nous participons au FESCUAO. Le FESCUAO, c'est un festival des clubs pour l'UNESCO des étudiantines de l'Afrique de l'Ouest. Et dans ces activités, il y a plein de choses que nous partageons ensemble avec les autres pays, tout comme le Bénin, la Côte d'Ivoire, le Mali, le Niger, le Burkina Faso et le Togo. Merci.
Thank you so much. Can I have? Thank you. Again, if you could specify, why did you join? Why did you think this is interesting for you to be part of it?
I'm just going to jump in with a translation of what was just said. Sorry.
Sir.
Thank you for being here. I'm from Togo, and I'm a member of the club in Cara University. And what I learned there was the integration through the different work that we do. We have activities with sensibilization campaign, for example, on IST, on citizenship, and on the use of drugs, for example. And one of the big things that we do with our club is that we participate in a festival that is organized by the different clubs in West Africa every 2 years, and it's a festival from the different universities, and there we share a lot of activities with the different students coming from different countries of West Africa, such as Benin, Côte d'Ivoire, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Togo.
Thank you, and sorry once again.
Bonjour à tous, donc je suis Priska et donc j'étais représentante de la France au 13e Forum des jeunes de l'UNESCO. Et moi j'ai rencontré Monsieur Robert Foppa, président de la ICSF, donc l'Association Culture Sans Frontières, lors d'un colloque qui était organisé dans mon école, donc à HEIP à Paris. Et donc du coup, cette rencontre, nous avons pu parler de tout ce qui était l'interculturalité et comment en fait la culture pouvait être un pont entre les êtres humains. Et donc moi c'était un thème qui me tenait à cœur et j'ai toujours aimé pouvoir utiliser ma voix pour défendre mes convictions, même quand c'est difficile. Et donc au cours de toute cette année dernière, car j'ai intégré l'association l'année dernière, nous avons mis en place différents projets, donc la création de bibliothèques en Afrique pour pouvoir effectuer une transmission de culture et de valeurs. Nous avons également réalisé des ateliers de cuisine pour favoriser le vivre ensemble, le mieux vivre ensemble entre différentes cultures. Et donc depuis, les actions s'enchaînent. Et donc là, du coup, j'ai pu participer au Forum des jeunes de l'UNESCO. Merci.
So, good afternoon to you all. My name is Priska, and I am a member of, and I'm a representative of France for the Youth Forum. The way I came into the clubs was actually meeting Robert Foppa, who is a member of the association called Culture Without Borders, and I met him at a conference at my school, HEIP, and after talking with him, I started working with this association, whose goal is to build bridges between individuals throughout the world, and that's something that was always very important for me. So in the last year, and something that was also very important for me was to use my voice to defend my convictions, even when that is difficult. And since last year, because I've been a member for a year, we've had different projects. One was building libraries in Africa, and we've also had different workshops for cooking, where we are teaching people how to live together. And this last activity that I'm taking part in is this youth forum here at UNESCO.
Thank you so much. Ms. Miram, you are very active in the Kazakhstan Federation, and I would like to share your experience in joining and working in that particular part of the world.
Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aysana, and thank you, Dr. Christina, for your question. Firstly, I want to express my sincere gratitude to UNESCO Secretariat for an opportunity to be here. My journey with the Clubs for UNESCO movement started in 2019 when I was studying in my university in the Faculty of International Relations. At that time, the Club for UNESCO was opened, and I was an active member in organizing Model UNESCO, Model United Nations, and the Youth Forum. Then later, during my internship in Kazakhstan Federation of Clubs UNESCO, I had a chance to be an organizing member in the International Youth Festival, The Planet of Art, which was held in Astana. I strongly believe that Kazakhstan Federation of Clubs for UNESCO is a bridge and a bridge for youth and the kids to show their potential and to show their talent in the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bonjour, je suis Aysana. Je voudrais tout d'abord vous remercier pour l'invitation. Je suis particulièrement reconnaissante envers le secrétariat de l'UNESCO pour cette opportunité aujourd'hui. Mon voyage auprès des clubs et des associations pour l'UNESCO, il a commencé en 2019 lorsque j'étais étudiante dans la faculté de relations internationales. À ce moment-là, le club était ouvert dans mon université et j'ai participé par exemple au modèle UNESCO, au modèle des Nations Unies et au Forum des jeunes. Et ensuite, je suis devenu stagiaire auprès de la Fédération nationale des clubs pour l'UNESCO du Kazakhstan. Et à ce moment-là, j'ai pu participer à l'organisation du Festival de la jeunesse qui s'est tenu à Astana. Je pense véritablement que les associations et les clubs pour l'UNESCO sont des passerelles pour la jeunesse, une manière pour les jeunes de montrer leur potentiel.
Much. Now that we heard about your participation and we know the book has a historical side, but actually what I wanted to focus on today is the future, right? Past informs the future, but I would like to know where do you see the network? How can you contribute to it in the future? And I will start again, Ms. LeBron. And yeah, please keep, oops. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your opinions and ideas. And I would really like, because now we have the important people in the room that can support implementation. So, yes, thank you.
Donc la question, on a parlé maintenant du passé, de vos expériences, et maintenant j'aimerais en savoir plus sur l'avenir, ce que vous voyez pour l'avenir de ce réseau. Parce que là, dans la pièce, nous avons des personnes importantes qui peuvent mettre les choses en œuvre. Donc, quelle est votre vision pour l'avenir?
So, in the future, I see the future of the club of UNESCO like wonderful and positive leading for young people. I think that with the help with our governments and our decision makers, and with the help of with technical assistance, our programs and our projects, I think it's gonna be better. I think with the cooperation, with new relations, with new partnerships, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better, sustainable, and with gender equality opportunities too. So, yes.
Alors pour l'avenir des clubs pour l'UNESCO, c'est un avenir que moi je vois extrêmement positif avec de jeunes leaders, avec le soutien de nos gouvernements, des décideurs politiques, avec une aide technique dans la mise en place de nos projets. Eh bien ces projets, ces programmes, ils seront tout simplement meilleurs. Et en développant des coopérations, des partenariats, nous aurons aussi donc la possibilité de mener de meilleurs projets, comme je le disais, mais aussi des projets plus durables et qui mettent en avant également l'égalité des genres.
Thank you so much. And you, how do you feel you could contribute further, and what's the future of your association?
Donc encore une fois, comment vous pensez que vous pouvez encore plus contribuer à ces clubs et quel est l'avenir des clubs et des associations pour l'UNESCO?
Ok, merci beaucoup pour la question. Et selon moi, intégrer un club pour l'UNESCO, c'est d'abord une chance, c'est une force pour une association devant les États membres, devant le pouvoir public et devant les institutions privées, tout comme les organisations non gouvernementales. Donc ça donne d'abord l'opportunité aux jeunes de pouvoir s'exprimer, de pouvoir poser des actions positives et dans le futur, directement en appartenant à une association. Bon, moi je vais prendre mon exemple, c'est le fait que je suis membre de l'association qui m'a permis d'être aujourd'hui ici pour le Forum des jeunes de l'UNESCO. Si je n'étais pas membre, je n'allais pas avoir cette chance. Donc du coup, on a cette opportunité, cette chance de pouvoir perpétuer la coutume et de pouvoir se donner à fond en posant des plans, des actions. Et je suis sûr qu'avec toutes ces activités, les clubs UNESCO pourront, et ils le feront, je sais bien, pourront et le feront très bien assumer la jeunesse, c'est-à-dire responsabiliser la jeunesse pour avoir une jeunesse meilleure et plein de projets. Merci.
Merci. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your question. I think that integrating and being a member of a club for UNESCO is actually a strength for the young people that become members. It gives them the strength to talk to the state, to different private and public organizations and NGOs. When you are a member, then you have a strength in what you do. And to look at the future, I would like to take my example and see how I was able to have this strength because I was a member. The simple fact that I'm here today as a representative for the Youth Forum is because I was a member of the club in my country. And I think that with the support of this club, the youth will be able to do more work, to have more efforts, and with this support we'll have a better youth, a youth that will be able to lead many more projects.
Thank you. I'm going to share this. From France, the view from France, I know you're involved in so many other areas, but I would like to hear your opinion a bit. What is the future looking like for us?
Alors, personnellement, je pense que l'avenir des clubs de l'UNESCO est très radieux. Je vois beaucoup de projets futurs qui sont en train de se mettre en place actuellement. Et je pense qu'il faut mettre l'accent sur l'importance de l'action locale. En fait, c'est vous qui changez le monde. C'est par des actions de chacune des personnes ici présentes que le monde va changer. Et donc, je remercie tous les clubs de l'UNESCO pour l'opportunité qu'ils donnent aux jeunes. Et je pense que s'il y a un mot que je devrais donner à la jeunesse du monde entier, c'est que, premièrement, votre différence fait la force. Peu importe d'où vous venez, peu importe votre background, peu importe ce qui vous est arrivé, vous avez chacun votre pierre à apporter à l'édifice. Et n'ayez pas peur d'user de votre voix. Votre voix compte et vous pouvez faire de bonnes choses. Merci.
Thank you.
So talking about the future of the clubs for UNESCO, I think their future is really, really bright. But talking about this, I think that the priority for the clubs is action at local level, because it's at the local level that you can really change the world. It's the actions of the people here in the room today that will actually change the world. And we'd like to thank the clubs for UNESCO for the support that they give to the youth throughout our planet. I would also like to give a word for the youth of today and to say them that it's actually their differences that makes their strength. Wherever you come from, whatever your background might be, you're actually strong and your voice is strong. Your voice is important. And it's by using your voice that you'll change things and that you will be able to do good things in the future.
And now, Miram. From Kazakhstan, you will have a lot of work to do ahead, and we would love to hear what is your opinion now, after seeing everything, after reading, hopefully, very closely the publication. But please tell us.
Being a part of the Kazakhstan National Federation of Clubs for UNESCO Secretariat, I strongly believe that our Secretariat will further develop in shaping leaders and upholding the shared common goals for UNESCO and making the missions and the goals come true. I want to say the Clubs for UNESCO movement, it's not just a movement, it's a path to change, and I'm really happy to be part of it. And we see a lot of youth and children who want to show, as I said before, the talent in the international arena. And we'll work on it. We will also develop these missions. Thank you.
Thank you.
En tant que membre du secrétariat de la Fédération nationale des clubs pour l'UNESCO du Kazakhstan, je pense et je sais finalement que nous allons continuer à soutenir et développer les valeurs de l'UNESCO et à aider les clubs à le faire pour pouvoir remplir toutes les missions et les objectifs de l'UNESCO. Je sais également que finalement ce mouvement des clubs pour l'UNESCO, ce n'est pas simplement un mouvement, c'est une trajectoire qui nous aide à mettre en œuvre le changement, à faire en sorte que la jeunesse puisse exprimer tous ses talents dans la sphère internationale. Et je sais que notre secrétariat s'engage pour continuer à soutenir la jeunesse pour qu'il puisse mettre en œuvre ses valeurs.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank all panel participants for their presence. And I would like to invite you to be as active and even more active than before. The book is called United by UNESCO, so I think we all have a common path forward. And now I would think we will return to our places, and I have a tiny bit of announcement after, before we end up. So thank you. First announcement, we will have a cocktail afterwards. That's important. But before that, I would like to draw your attention. We have prepared a wonderful small movie about the associations, and we would like to play it to you before we do that. And after that, remain seated. I will have one last word, and then we are finalizing and can move towards the cocktail and sweet part. Thank you.
नमस्ते, मैं शशि भदौरिया को
Konnichiwa, 日本ユネスコ協会連盟の鈴木裕二です。
Казахстан ұлттық ЮНЕСКО клубтарынан сәлем. नमस्ते, मैं शशि भदौरिया कुकई इंडिया से सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ.
Сайн байцгаана уу? Та бүхэнд ЮНЕСКОгийн клуб нийгэмлэгүүдийн Монголын үндэсний холбоог төлөөлөн та бүхэнтэй мэдчилж байна.
Wayne from the Jamaica Federation of UNESCO Clubs.
درود. از طرف فدراسیون ملی انجمن‌ها و باشگاه‌های یونسکو در ایران صحبت می‌کنم.
আমি মাহবুবউদ্দিন চৌধুরী, সেক্রেটারি জেনারেল, বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ইউনেস্কো ক্লাব অ্যাসোসিয়েশন এর পক্ষ থেকে আপনাদের সকলকে অভিনন্দন জানাই।
Поважаемые сябры, щиро вас вітаем ад імя Белорусской ассоциации клубов ЮНЕСКО.
Γεια σας, από την Ελληνική Ομοσπονδία Ομίλων και Συλλόγων για την UNESCO.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। मेरा नाम नौशाद अहमद खान है। मैं नेशनल फेडरेशन ऑफ यूनेस्को क्लब सेंटर एंड एसोसिएशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान का सदर हूँ।
Добрый день. Мы приветствуем вас от имени всех клубов ЮНЕСКО Российской Федерации.
أنا مختار فرحات أقدم لكم جميعا تحياتي وسلامي من الجامعة التونسية لنوادي اليونسكو.
Anzo, Lemu UNESCO, Kareka, Kazakhstan, Ari.
Xin gửi lời chào từ Liên hiệp các hội UNESCO Việt Nam.
Bine v-am găsit din partea Federației Române, asociațiilor și cluburilor pentru UNESCO.
Assalamu alaikum wa sabahul khair min Maghrib.
Құрметті достар, Қырғыз Республикасының ЮНЕСКО клубтарының ассоциациясының атынан ысық салам.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Aziz ve değerli dostlar, sizi Azerbaycan UNESCO Klubları Asosiyasyası adından salamlayıram.
नमस्ते, नेपालीहरूको महान चाड बडा दशैं लगायत सम्पूर्ण अन्य चाडको उपलक्ष्यमा कोरियाको यस सुन्दर सियोल सहरमा पाल्नुहुने युनेस्कोका सम्पूर्ण अतिथिहरूमा शुभकामना तथा बधाई दिन चाहन्छु।
For me, Club for UNESCO is a community of like-minded people who are ready to change the world for the better.
A platform where exchange of cultural program
is a bonding for peace, justice, and humanity lovers.
Global platform for better future.
It's an opportunity for everybody to be a part of a big world family.
An idea in the making which can gather hopes and turn them into realities.
Are the place of meeting, fraternity, solidarity, love of neighbor, and above all peace.
Клубы ЮНЕСКО – это прежде всего место, где мы можем собраться, объединиться, все, кто хочет мира и гармонии.
Is an excellent platform for all in the country to work together.
Club for UNESCO is the bridge of unity and world peace.
An excellent platform for the cultural values exchange.
Club means new knowledge and friends.
UNESCO clubs provide young people with an opportunity to be a part of a global organization.
National and local communities that spread UNESCO's messages all over the world.
Global community that fosters international cooperation and solidarity for a more sustainable and better world.
Bridge between different culture and traditions.
Unity, tolerance, goodness, as well as a sense of responsibility for spreading the ideas of peace.
UNESCO clubs for me is growth.
UNESCO clubs for me is a sense of life.
UNESCO club for me is a family.
UNESCO club for me is opportunities.
UNESCO clubs for me is life.
Where we all internationally or nationally can unite together for working
The heart of our family.
Create a culture of respect and tolerance in our diverse world.
It's also an environment for the formation of universal human values, getting to know each other in a global world.
Young people learn respect for the environment and world citizenship.
To make known the principles of UNESCO, such as tolerance, the right to health, education for all children and especially girls.
It is our shared responsibility to foster peace, to nurture understandings, and to bridge divides. Let us reaffirm our commitment to the ideals of UNESCO. Together, let's write a new chapter of cooperation, understanding, and hope, and peace.
Club for UNESCO is an opportunity to promote cultural diversity, identity, education, global cooperation, and global citizenship.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your participation. I would like to thank to everybody who made this possible. And Mr. Ambassador, so very grateful for your presence here. And we do have a special thanks for Ms. Asel Utegenova, because she is a real heart of this work. Ms. Asel. And so thank you once again. It's really important to have great partners, as you all know, and we hope that this piece of history brings us towards the future, not looking backwards, but forward, especially with the support of the young members here, because, I mean, where were we? UNESCO was not founded for the past. It's always for the future. So thank you once again. I was honored to be part of this project, and please welcome to the cocktail. Thank you.
Dear Christina, thank you very much, dear colleagues. Well, I'm a focal point for associations and clubs for UNESCO in the Secretariat, but of course, I mean, all our team of National Commissions unit, led by Mr. Fuad Pashaev, contributed to organization of this event, and I'm really grateful to everyone, especially to our youth activists, because I mean, your sharing was so sincere, so inspirational, and I think it's a great start for more youth engagement within, and thanks to clubs movement, you know, for UNESCO programs. And I also would like to thank all the online viewers and all the federations, clubs who contributed to preparation of this video that we saw. And last but not least, I really would like to thank our interpreter, Mr. Rumi. You were wonderful. I don't know how you did it, but it was great, your interpretation. Thank you. Well, and of course, the credit also goes to the whole sector of Priority Africa and External Relations of UNESCO. It's the sector where we are, national commissions and association clubs are taking care of, let's say, your first interface in the Secretariat. And I would also like to thank our colleagues from other sectors, especially BSP, Bureau of Strategic Planning, who organized this Partners Forum. And I think it was just a great idea, and this novelty, which started with this general conference, will continue, and with much more interest and much more, many more demands from all the partners, from NATCOMs, from the sectors, and also great applause to our colleagues. They're there, Mr. Naoki, with his team, yes, who was doing everything possible, yes, and impossible to arrange. And you saw today how one event led to another, cocktail, and people wanting to continue their discussions. And also, I don't know if our colleagues from SHS are present here, but really they also helped with getting here our youth panelists, because as you understand, they were representing their countries during the youth forum. And it should be mentioned that almost 20 or some 20 countries were represented at the youth forum, but by delegates who were coming from or working with the clubs in their countries. So I think it's also a great sign that we can do even more for youth engagement through clubs, and I hope we'll continue even closely working with all the sectors and all the programs, all our partners in federations of clubs, confederations of clubs. I see some of the colleagues here from Africa and from European Federation. You saw some of them at the video with them. Also, we have a representative of Secretariat of World Federation also present here. So I think it's just this event maybe showed that all the partners, they are there for you to promote more youth. And as you said, you were learning and the teaching. Actually, us, we are learning from you. And we want to be inspired and continue working with you for a better and more sustainable world. Thank you. Please, let's proceed to cocktail and continue our discussion and great exchanges. Thank you. Excuse me, one more suggestion. Let's take one group photo at the stage with the youth, with not only youth. Everyone is welcome on the stage for a group photo of the event. On vous invite au scène pour une photo du groupe, si vous voulez, avec nos panélistes jeunes.